The Bible, a tapestry of history, law, poetry, and prophecy, holds within its pages a collection of unsettling and awe-inspiring visions. These are not the comforting parables of kindness and love, but glimpses into the abyss, pronouncements of impending doom, and warnings of a world consumed by darkness. These visions, stark and terrifying, serve as a stark reminder of the fragility of humanity and the awesome power of the divine. Apocalyptic literature, with its vivid imagery and symbolic language, forms a significant part of this unsettling narrative. It speaks of the end times, of divine judgment, and the ultimate battle between good and evil. These are not tales for the faint of heart, but they offer a powerful lens through which to view the human condition and our place in the cosmos. The darkness depicted in these visions is not merely physical, it's a darkness that pervades the soul, a corruption that eats away at the core of humanity. Yet even amidst the despair, there's a glimmer of hope. These visions, while terrifying, also serve as a call to repentance, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, redemption is possible. The Old Testament is filled with prophets who, gripped by divine inspiration, foretold of coming destruction. Isaiah, a towering figure in prophetic literature, warned of a world consumed by sin where justice was trampled and wickedness prevailed. His words, like fire and brimstone, painted a vivid picture of a society on the brink of collapse, a people ripe for judgment. Jeremiah, known as the weeping prophet, lamented the fate of his people, who had turned away from God and embraced idolatry. His prophecies, filled with anguish and despair, spoke of impending exile, of a land laid waste and a people scattered to the winds. These prophets, though messengers of doom, were also vessels of hope. Their pronouncements, while terrifying, were meant to awaken the people from their slumber, to shake them from their complacency, and to call them back to a path of righteousness. They served as the conscience of a nation, a stark reminder that actions have consequences and that the wages of sin is death. Among the many disturbing visions in the Old Testament, Ezekiel's vision of the valley of dry bones stands out as particularly chilling. In this vision, the prophet is transported to a valley littered with the skeletal remains of a vast army, bleached white by the sun and scattered as far as the eye can see. The sheer scale of death is overwhelming, a testament to the destructive power of sin and the consequences of rebellion against God. As Ezekiel surveys this desolate landscape, he is commanded by God to prophesy to the dry bones, to speak life into the seemingly lifeless. This vision, while undeniably macabre, is ultimately a message of hope. The dry bones, symbolic of a people spiritually dead and cut off from God, are given new life through the power of God's word. It's a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming despair, even when all hope seems lost, God has the power to restore, to redeem, and to make all things new. The book of Revelation, the final book of the New Testament, stands as the pinnacle of apocalyptic literature. Written by John, a disciple of Jesus, while in exile on the island of Patmos, Revelation is a swirling maelstrom of vivid imagery, cryptic symbolism, and terrifying pronouncements of judgment. From the four horsemen of the apocalypse, harbingers of war, famine, pestilence, and death, to the mark of the beast and the final battle of Armageddon, Revelation unveils the end of days, a time of tribulation unlike any other. It's a world where evil reigns supreme, where the faithful are persecuted, and where the very forces of hell are unleashed upon the earth. Yet, even amidst this apocalyptic nightmare, there's a glimmer of hope. Revelation speaks of a new heaven and a new earth where God will dwell among his people, where there will be no more tears, no more pain, and no more death. It's a vision of ultimate victory, of good triumphing over evil, and of God's reign being established forevermore.